One take one, Mark. Will Bugatti sue you for your Chiron rebuild?
It's become like a Lionel Messi, Ronaldo situation.
No, they don't want you exposing them and taking them on head to head.
Only reason I'm able to buy these cars is because they're crashing. To try and attempt to rebuild it in 24 hours.
Do you ever get any manufacturers call you for advice?
Yeah, everything that we've had with them has been a nightmare. If Ferrari are not doing it, Lamborghini are not doing it. If Ferrari would do it, Lamborghini are going to do it, or vice versa.
It's obscene.
Now you're inside these, working on them, what are Bugattis really like?
The eye-opening thing is...
Will Bugatti sue you for your Chiron rebuild?
Hopefully not.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
How can they sue him though?
It's coming.
But why? What's he doing wrong?
I think at any opportunity they might.
I mean, you've had a letter or two, obviously.
No letters. Just like online stuff. That's pretty much it. But actually,
What do you mean by online stuff?
Do you know, like me and Matty Rimac have spoken online. This is the crazy thing that I think is what's happened. I think it's become like a Lionel Messi, Ronaldo situation where, do you know, like those two are probably mates and they probably got on like well. And it's the same with like me and Matty. Like we both like cars, we're both into cars, we're both like supercars, hypercars, whatever. And we've spoken before and we've got like all mutual friends and everything like that. But it's when the corporate world gets like mixed into it. And then obviously then I started rebuilding this Bugatti and the story's kind of unfolded that way. But then now my videos are going out and then like Matty made this kind of like response video and then the internet's took that and this meme's come out, that meme's come out, this clip's come out. So it looks way worse than what it is. You know, like I'll see a clip of saying like, Bugatti said that they can't split this car in half, and then like, it'll clip me like splitting it in half, and then it'll be like, oh, Bugatti got owned. You know, like, you know,
just people just stirring.
It's making it worse. It's like, that's not come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Like I have said, yes, Matty told us that we weren't able to do it in a garage and this, that, and the other, and we were able to do it. Like, I feel like he should know that's like the content game in a way. Like it is.
But they do have to protect their brand, don't they? I mean, it's a proper
so
brand.
we talked about this recently when we had Mark McCann on the show.
Yeah.
And Rob basically asked the question: do I agree with how Mate or Bugatti as a brand are like sort of going against what you're doing? And I completely agree with it because as a Bugatti is far superior than any other brand of car. And you'll know, once you get this on the road and it's running, you'll realise that.
Yeah.
So they have to be the most expensive car. They have to go to the most wealthy customers. They can't be seen for you.
They don't want you fucking around with it.
They don't want you exposing them and taking them on
But
head to head.
it is rubbish. Like, you know, like the car and the engineering that's gone into it is literally beyond me. Like, so a lot of the stuff that's been made is insane. Like, do you know, okay, at the end of the day, it is nuts and bolts all put together, but it's the way it's put together that's special, and the way it's made is special. It is nuts and bolts at the end, and it is a Volkswagen parts box, a lot of it. But the protection stuff is crazy, I think. Like, the way I'm trying to picture it from their end is, okay, let's say I buy a GT3 RS or buy a Lamborghini or something like that, and their excuse for me not building the car, for me, they can sell me the parts, no problem. They'll sell me the parts, I'll build the car, and then I lose my warranty on that car. That's fine. I'm taking that risk myself. But with Bugatti, they're saying that, okay, it's to protect the brand, and they don't think it's safe for me to rebuild it. That's the words that they said. They can't sell me parts because they don't think it's safe for me to rebuild. Why does that matter to them? I'm taking the liability of rebuilding that car, and the warranty's gone on that car. That should be it. Surely they just sell me the parts and then there's no liability. I'd even sign something to say Bugatti takes no liability for this repair because it's obvious I'm doing it. I'm even filming doing it. Why won't they sell me parts for that car?
Say, for example, you are going down a dual carriageway.
Yeah.
And the way you've repaired the car
Yeah.
isn't up to what they call Bugatti standards.
Yeah.
And your brakes fail.
Yeah.
And you run into a people carrier with a family in it.
Okay.
And then the headline is Bugatti crash, injures or worse, family of 4.
Yeah.
That's not good for their brand.
But that can happen to a...
Of course, no, 100%, of course it can. But they got to think about that.
Exactly. Yeah, they can. Like, I don't know whether. Like, I've heard like loads of like whispering and talking and everything about the Paul Walker situation with the Porsche, and I know they had that Carrera GT. It crashed. It set on fire, and then I think was it their family that tried to sue Porsche, or did they actually get money out of Porsche for it, for the car being unworthy for the road? Load of stuff come out about suspension and bolt snapping, and then there was recalls afterwards. And Porsche owned a majority stake in Bugatti, if I'm right.
It's all the same thing.
Is like I don't know whether it is. This is all opinion and talk and hearsay. I don't know whether it's some kind of link between that, because originally, I don't want to drop Matty in it, but originally Matty sent me a message saying if I buy that car, he'll sort me out the parts for it and we'll work out from there. So I had his word originally from the start. Alex had the same thing. Okay, he'll get his parts for it. I think what's genuinely happened is we've got the car, and he's then gone to Bugatti and gone, the lads have bought the car, I need to get this part, this part, this part. Someone there, which is Porsche side or Bugatti side, have said, absolutely no chance. Matty has had to go back on his word and say, okay, we can't give you the parts, and then had to stand by it because there's somebody else talking, not necessarily above him, because I do think Matty owns a majority stake. I'm not too sure, but I do think that there's somebody else behind his words that he's saying, because it's so strange how the tone has changed, like immediately after we've got the car. It seems such a weird situation. And then I understand there was a sketchy thing then where Matty had offered Alex to rebuild the car for, I think it was it $400,000? $600,000. They said, okay, we can't give you the parts, but we'll take that car, we'll take it to Croatia or France, wherever they're going to do it, and for $600,000, we'll rebuild the entire car, Bugatti stamped, everything done, you can have the car back for $600,000. And
sounds cheap.
That's ridiculously cheap.
Sounds cheap.
Insanely cheap. Like, because
I mean, it's 3 services.
Yeah, that is insanely cheap. It's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. We know that price would have gone up. It is because you find damage as you start stripping cars apart. It's the same thing. And if they're stripping the car apart, they're going to find one thing. It's going to add up to another thing. But the best thing about that is they have the car in their control then. Once it's gone to France, that car could be there for 5, 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
But the car's in their control and they can say whatever they like then. And Alex cannot have anything. So I think he's very clever in a way that he's not gone for it, and he's not too worried about the money aspect. He's bought it purely because he knows the stir it's caused online, and he knows that gets a lot of people watching his stuff, a lot of people coming over it. That's why he's bought it. And it's the same reason if I bought it, I couldn't have gone and took that offer, because the whole reason I could afford to buy that car is because I filmed videos on it. And there's no fun video of me buying a car and then just sending it to Bugatti to do the work. So with that said, and he's doing the $600,000 dollar offer, Alex has then gone online and gone, Bugatti offered me to repair the car for $600,000. And I think that's what's really annoyed Matty, because he's got all these people in the workshop having like a 20 grand service, and someone's getting the full car offered to be rebuilt for $600,000. And that's caused a stir at Bugatti. So that's really messed the relationship up between Alex and Matty. As far as me and Matty are concerned, we might be all right. I don't know.
The saving grace with Matty, though, is he's a young guy. He's our age. He's less than 40. He's a young guy. So I think they've brought him in. I think he is a phenomenon of what he can do with batteries and the Rimac car and stuff like that. And obviously that's the way the world's going with cars and battery-powered hybrid. That's why they need to push him to the forefront. And also it's bringing Bugatti to younger people, because he is a younger person. So, personally, I mean, I don't know him, but personally, I think he probably wouldn't be against helping you, but it's obviously
Yeah.
it's higher than what he is.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. The whole protecting the brand thing is just bizarre for me. But if they wanted to protect the brand, buy the car from the auction. Like, if you don't want that car getting out, that car has a salvage rebuildable title, so that car can be put back on the road. The Bugatti have inspected it and then told the insurance, yeah, this car's feasible to put back on the road. And so they full well know somebody's going to buy that at auction. We've heard of Koenigseggs get flood damage, and we know before it even gets to auction, it's gone back to Koenigsegg, and they're using it as media cars and things like that now because they don't want it out in the public. Someone like me messing around with it with spanners and stuff like, oh, this is this, and this is made out of this, and we can find this for this price. If it was that much of an issue, why have they not bought it themselves? They can obviously afford it with 20 grand services.
I mean, people are going to come to you with their Veyrons and
I've had a lot of messages.
yeah, and say, this is wrong with my car. Can you fix it? So you're taking business from their service centres and from their repair centres.
There's that. I would never take it. Like, I wouldn't work on the only other car like we've obviously worked on, bar. It's only myself, is Alex's car. I don't really work on customers' cars, but I think the eye-opening thing is when we show what's the car's made out of and how it's built, and then a customer's taking their car to Bugatti and they're saying, right, we're charging you $20,000 for a
Nothing's
$20,000.
Yeah, nothing is $20,000.
That's like, well, how much does service?
On paper, their service is £20,000 on paper.
£20,000
before your car goes into them.
So
then, it needs this now, and it needs that, it needs a new air
Exactly.
filter, and all of a sudden it's 60.
And people think it's made out of gold and and it's platinum this and platinum that. And then what we're showing is what it actually is like. When we do the service on this, we will show everyone it's nowhere near. Where did they even get £20,000 for? So when I see these hotels and it's like, it's £20,000 a night. In what world is anywhere £20,000 a night? I don't. There's no way sleeping in a bed is 20. Okay, you get the experience, but there's not. I've stayed in so many hotels which have been really expensive. Like 20 grand is a joke. Like what? Where do they get that from?
Look, if you need any wing mirror switches,
Yeah.
I have 4 of them in my drawer.
Yeah, it's funny you say that
in the
'cause
office.
I have a fully wing mirror switch on this.
Well, I can tell you where to get the part. It's from a Passat, and I have them in my desk.
So Bugatti now.
I'll send you them down.
I get this feeling, though, that it'd be good for you if Bugatti sued you. I think you'd probably quite like it.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, you've got. Either way, it's a win-win.
He's shaking his head. You can't lose, can you? You can't lose.
No, that's the thing.
And they know that as well.
The thing with Matty.
You think Bugatti know that?
Of course they do.
Yeah.
They're just like, it's just.
Let him answer it.
Yeah, but it's you go on, answer it.
I think with Matty, he made that video. Everyone's seen it. Is like responding to me rebuilding the car, and that was the worst thing.
That's a lottery ticket.
You could have done. Yeah, like, do you know, for us, yeah, we're winning. We're like, this is amazing. We're watching it like, oh no, because it's not necessarily me, but I know Alex, who's absolutely wild. He's going like, okay, so he said, can't go 200 mile an hour. We're going 200 mile an hour. Can't be split in half. We're going to go split in half. Do you know, he's like, let's do everything he said we can't do, because that is just thumped everything up by 10. The fact that someone says you can't do it, even when you're a kid, you can't do this, you can't do that. You want to do it even more. Like, you want to do it even more because someone says you can't do it.
Were you in Miami when that video?
No, it's here.
Okay, because I
here.
guarantee you all would have been in the workshop that night. That night, it's 2 a.m. Get your ass in the workshop. We're splitting this car tonight.
Alex rang me and says, have you seen this video that Matty's put? And I was like, I can't believe it. Like, I don't know whether it's like some kind of media training or something that would happen, but for me, I think the best response could have been, we can't stand behind this build. We think it's unsafe. That's why we can't sell the parts. Look forward to seeing what the guys come up with at the end. Good luck to them. We can't do anything there.
I mean, that wouldn't have been good for you, though.
It would have been terrible for us.
Yeah.
It would have
Plays
been
it down,
terrible.
doesn't it?
But I feel like he felt pressured to respond to it because Matt is quite active on like socials and stuff, which is where it's helped him get to where he's at. I think is like the exposure he gives all the brands. It's amazing what he's been doing. It's good.
Yeah.
Like, and it brings up for the next generation to be able to see. He's showing videos of inside the factory. Lamborghini don't go around and do that. We can barely put a camera outside a dealership, never mind the factory. And he's showing everything, which I think is mint. But that response didn't need to happen. But I don't know whether, again, has someone told him to do that? But I know a lot of like the guys who watch my videos have been absolutely plastering his comments, saying like, Matt's going to rebuild this Bugatti, selling parts. Has it got to the point where it's kind of been peer pressured to make a response?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Now you're inside these, working on them, what are Bugattis really like?
They're well made. It is a Volkswagen Audi.
So it's a well-made Volkswagen?
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, that's not going to be good for their brand, is it?
No, but like, do you know, to design it, it is... I don't understand the designing part of it. I don't know, how can somebody... I'd love to know where they start, and I think this should really escalate into a video between me and Matty. At some point, we need to get on camera so he can show me. We can like head to head as such. So he goes around and I'm saying like, right, this is just off a Volkswagen. Yeah, but to develop this part, we had to do this, and this. Where do they start? Do they start with the engine and then they work out, right, what body can we build around the engine? Or is one geezer going there like, right, this is the shape of the car we need to make it go 260 mile an hour. Now you need to build the engine to fit in that car. I'd love to know which way around it is, but they're the guys that sat in uni and college and drawing and doing physics and everything, and I'm just a guy with the spanners. So there is a difference, and I appreciate the two different things. But to be honest, it works exactly like a Volkswagen, the same way the Lamborghini does. Like it's once you've worked on one car, you can figure it out. There's nothing too special. The thing that aggravates me is all this new stuff with the electric battery and the dealers sort of gatekeeping stuff that you can't do anything on the car unless you've got the right tool to plug in, which this car's not necessarily like that because it's an older car. It's brilliant, to be fair, how they've done everything. But yeah, it's
I mean, working on it, is it so it's not really a level above anything else you work on, is it? Or is it?
Not really, no. Like, there's more stuff on it. There's more stuff, but there's not really... Like I say, like the engine is that's what you're paying for, but it's not... You know, like you sit in the interior and everything feels nice and it's a lot better quality than like Ferraris or something that I've sat in, but I don't think... I can't sit in it, especially Alex is, and go, this is 6 million quid, this is 5 million quid. I can't even understand how a car can be that much. I don't know whether it's because we started off with like £500 cars, £600 cars, and then you sit in them and it doesn't feel much different to the last one. The drive and experience, yes, but that much more, I can't get my head around it. I don't think it can be that much more. There's no way. Well, I think isn't the story that it costs 5 million to make and they're selling for $1 million or something?
Yeah, and you know, I said this to you a minute ago before we turned the cameras on. The minute this car's up and running and you drive it, your opinion will completely change.
Yeah, he said that because I've never driven one.
Your opinion will completely change. You will be like, I can see why this car costs this
Really?
money. Yeah.
I'm excited for that moment. I've had those... I never used to like Porsches. I never used to like them at all. I just don't get them all look the same. And then I bought a Cayman S, and I got in the Cayman S. I was like, oh my God, if this is like an entry-level Porsche, this is unreal. I was like flying down all the B roads and everything. And then I got the GT3 and the GT3 RS, and next level. Like I can't believe how well that drives, but it drives like a German would would drive. Like, you know, it follows the rules. It's strict. It does everything it says on the tin. Like, it's proper. But if that's what you want, that's great. Like, I get in that, and if I want to go around the track and I don't feel like I'm going to crash and I want to feel like I'm the best driver on the track, I'll drive a GT3 RS. But I think they all have different personalities and stuff. But it's the same thing with the Porsches. I was like, how can it be that much? It just looks exactly the same. But I think they've got something right and then stuck with it and continued on with it. So I get it to an extent, but the fact a GT3 RS could be like 200 grand, and then you go in, oh yeah, this is what, 1.2, 1.3, 1.5 million. Where's that number come from? I don't know where it has come from, but I don't know, maybe my mind will change when I drive it.
You will find out. You will find out.
Okay.
I still think they're incredibly... I mean, look, the new cars, like the Chiron Super Sports and the Pure Sports and stuff, they have a very high cost price of 3, 4, 5 million pounds.
Yeah.
And the Tourbillon is 5 million starting price. So, yeah, I mean, it's an obscene amount of money for a new car.
Yeah.
Like classic cars that are old and, you know, they've got history and the racing pedigree and stuff, like that's what you have to pay.
Yeah.
But for a production car, it's obscene.
Like,
But
it just got
when
to
you
the
look at a
point.
Veyron for 1.5 million,
Yeah.
I see every single penny.
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
Well, I'll take your word for that when I drive it.
You'll call me and you'll be like, you're right.
Yeah, I'm so excited to drive it, and it was never a car I ever thought I'd own it. It was one of them things. I used to watch Top Gear, where like years and years ago, and all the expensive cars, I kind of just used to almost like switch off a bit because I think, I'll never get that. Like £1 million, like I can't even think how do we even earn that money. It was the same way when I used to drive down like these roads. I used to drive for Indian takeaway, and I used to deliver in the food. And I'm like, how is someone, this house is £3 million, how is someone buying a £3 million house? I was like, you can get lent 4 times more than your wage. So like even a doctor who says on 100 grand a year, how are they buying a £3 million house? Just thought it was just something so unobtainable that it's never going to happen. But here we are, and it has happened. I don't know how, but it has happened. But I just think it's one of them that I never thought I'd ever own. So I'm so excited to actually experience it, like, because I know there's 450, isn't there? And then how many people are actually going to get the experience to be able to drive it as their own is crazy when you actually think about it. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. But and it makes it more special to me that I'm going to fix it. Because then I know it inside out.
It will become your own,
Yeah.
like, in a way. Like I know it's yours, but it'll feel more like your own. Then
Exactly.
going to buy a car that's just new, that somebody else built.
Yeah. That's it. I couldn't buy. I would never go to your dealership and buy a car off you because
Why
of
not?
Well, that's the reason he's fucking here, to sell you one. You think he does it for the podcast?
Unless he's crashing them.
I can't buy anything from here, but I will sell you something.
They're too good.
So you'd never buy a car that's not been crashed? Never.
I can't think of any reason, like, do you know, because the only reason I'm able to buy these cars is because they crashed. This whole reason I've got to this point. So it feels like a cheat to be able to, like, I could save up the money and buy an immaculate Bugatti off the showroom, like from Carl, say, and then I just feel like that's a cheat. I'd feel like I've cheated it. Like, I don't know. And then also, when I get the cars, they're at like the worst they could be, and then I'll make them better. I'll buy a car from Carl, and it'll be the best it could be, and it'll get worse. So like, I don't want to buy a car thinking I can't drive it. I can't drive it. So.
And you make it your own spec. You change the colour, you change the interior, you put different wheels on it, exhaust,
and
it becomes
do that
one of one.
because it's already had the worst happen to it. It's already had. I'm not going to harm the value from putting wheels on it, because it's already had the worst happen to it. Like the worst bit. Like this one, okay, it's not been in a crash, but it's got a bizarre history.
What is it? What's the history?
So this was repossessed. So
we were actually bidding against each other. Well, we weren't bidding against each other, but I believe that we were the only 2 bidders for this car.
Right.
I've known the car for quite a few years, and a finance company called me. They repossessed the car, and I mean, there's not the world wrong with it. I mean, there's a gearbox problem.
Yes. And I think it's fixable.
Yeah, but like I was happy to buy it because it wasn't. accident damaged. It wasn't categorized. It was just, it needed some work doing to it. So it was a repossession in not great nick. Am I right to say that?
Yeah, I think it's, as far as it goes, I'd imagine, I've not seen any of the Veyron in person. Like, I'm sure probably the next Veyron I'll see is probably Mark's, which probably make me feel a lot better about this one. But I think as far as it goes, when I took this apart compared to Alex's Chiron, this has had an hard life. Like it's been like uphill paper round. You know, one of them ones. It's had everything's a bit rusty, a bit battered underneath. Right. I can tell stuff's been off before, and wow. Stuff's kind of been like bodged in a way.
And what did you pay for this one?
So the finance company told me not to. The repossession company told me not to say the exact amount I pay, but it was more expensive than Mark's, but not over $1 million.
Okay.
So when we're...
Why did... Go on, you go.
When we're sort of... I didn't know that Matt was bidding on the car, and I'm not sure if he knew that I was, but we were sort of singing off two different hymn sheets, because the way that I would buy the car is I would buy the car and take it... I'd have to take it to Bugatti or take it to like Simon Furlonger, and, you know, pay the premium for a name to get the car back in full working order.
So what did you bid on it?
750,000.
Right.
That's what I bid on it.
I'm not looking at him, but I like his laugh.
I never signed a contract with anyone.
Exactly. This is the thing.
Did you sign the contract with the lease?
No. I could.
So you could say how much you bought it for?
Yeah, I could. Well... Yeah, it's pretty, like Mark's was 900, this is...
Right.
Less than $1 million.
Yeah.
So. Fuck me, it's not hard to work out.
Give my calculator.
But like you say, Carl's 750 is, I can see where it's coming
now
from.
I know what sort of money he wants to give.
I'm thinking that I would allow, I mean, I'm not going to be, you can never... You've got to expect the worst and hope for the best.
Exactly.
So I think expect the worst. I spend 250 grand on this car.
And you want to flip it.
Yeah.
You want us to get rid of it.
And
so.
I say to somebody, like, okay, forget the past that it's had. It's been to Bugatti. I've spent 250,000 on it. It's now as good as a new car, and that's how I'm going to sell it on.
And what do you think you would have sold it for?
I would have put that car up for 1.2 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you might have been in for 950.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you think you'll need to spend to get this on the road?
At the minute, we've now solved the gearbox issue.
Right.
At this point.
Yeah.
It could come back. But I don't think I'm spending more than 100 to get it done. If that. Like, it really depends on the paint underneath. It really does depend on the paint underneath. But a lot of stuff on this is all off different cars, and we can make stuff. Like the fact it's a complete car, we've got an amazing starting point. That 100,000 is even, now I'm thinking about it, is crazy, because I don't even think it will even get to that figure. Like, it's going to be way cheaper. It cost me at the minute a 30 amp fuse from Halfords to fix a gearbox issue. And then now I'm hoping there's a misfire on it, and I'm hoping it's a similar type of thing. Like, a lot of it's going to be, it needs a service. We know it needs a service, like, but we can do the service. The service isn't £20,000. I've not got to go to Bugatti, but I can solve that myself in my own way. Like, I will probably touch up a few things, or maybe get the interior done. Like, the paint is a massive thing underneath. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I can see it's PPF'd. Like, over the wrap is over the PPF, so I'm hoping when I peel the wrap back, the PPF has saved the paint. I'm hoping, but I know it's been 1,000,001 colours. The thing is as well, for Carl, when he's buying the car, he's looking at today's prices. He's thinking, okay, I'm spending 750 on it, and then I'm gonna spend 200 grand at Bugatti.
Over 12 months, so we've got the money tied up for 12 months.
Like, for me, I'm not thinking I'm going to flip this car. I'm going to make some videos on it, and I'm going to keep it. I don't plan on selling it, but if I do sell it, by the time I do sell it, I hope that these are worth a lot more than 1.2. I think,
and they will be.
Yeah. Like, all the, if anything's going to bring the value down, it'd probably be me, because
No, you say that. Let me tell you what I've noticed. So everyone knows what Auto Trader is, right? I advertise heavily on Auto Trader. Everyone who's got a car for sale in the UK goes to Auto Trader. And you'll see a car that is for sale, there's always a categorized car on there. They're always the cheaper ones,
Yeah.
Cat D, Cat N, Cat S, whatever it may be. And you'll see one, Cat N, repaired by Mat Armstrong, right? And it's no fucking cheaper than a car that's not been repaired by Mat Armstrong. You know what I mean? It's just a normal price car. So you actually have increased the premium of category cars.
The key is, so they are still for sale.
Is that Revuelto still for sale?
Well, is the what, sorry?
The Revuelto.
No, I think he sold it.
Yeah, because
think
I
he
noticed
messaged
on
me he
that
sold
he was asking, I think,
I sold it way
400 grand
too
or
cheap.
425.
I sold that so cheap just to get rid of it.
Why do you want to get rid of it?
I hated that thing. I don't know what your take on the Revueltos are, but it was just... It ain't
But you had a
Lamborghini.
headache with it though anyway, didn't you?
I can't...
Why did you hate it?
It just does not... It wasn't a Lamborghini. It wasn't... There's no... I got it, and it was sort of it was a real impulse. It was John Simister. He rang me. It was like 12 o'clock at night. I've just crashed my Revuelto. I'm on the motorway. I'll bring it to you. Do you want to buy it? Yeah, bring it down. I'm not going to get this opportunity again to buy a crashed Revuelto. Brought it down, made him an offer on it, bought it. I think I bought it for 215. Was it 215 or 230? 215.
Wow, and that's what was that, about 500 odd grand car?
Yeah, it'd have been 550.
With the spec.
Yeah,
Right,
he 550 he got it for, and it was plus VAT. And
was it a mess? There was a crash, a complete
yeah,
mess?
it was bad. It was bad, but it got to the point where we rebuilt it, and I think at one point was a couple hundred grand into it, and then
as in the rebuild was...
it
put
was a
200 grand into the rebuild.
Oh,
and
you spent a lot on that car.
it was because all the parts you can't get second-hand parts for it because
It's new car.
it's brand new. Everything was being ordered from Lamborghini, and it wasn't registered as crash damage. It wasn't a registered car. It never went through insurance. He obviously sold it straight to me, and then we just couldn't get it started. And because it was all new technology and no one's ever rebuilt one before, we were kind of the test dummies for it all. And Lamborghini wanted to know pretty much every step we were taking on the car. Even when I ordered a front subframe for it, rang up, called for a front subframe, and then they're like, we need photos of the car. Why are you ordering a front subframe? Because what we've learned is that other companies will buy parts off cars like the Revuelto to use as development for their own cars. So, like, let's say BMW is buying parts from Mercedes cars to use as development for their own cars, and we've kind of learning this trick along the way is what's happening. So they want to see a photo of the car. Why do you want a front subframe? As soon as you send a photo to Lamborghini, it's as good as, well, there goes your warranty. Yeah. I can't this is never going to have a warranty anyway. I know I'm going to film the video, so it's going to be out there. But every step of the way, we're trying to get it started, and we rebuilt the entire car, and it still wouldn't start. We're just trying to figure out why won't it start. And inside the hybrid battery, there is a fuse which blows, and it's just for protection. When you have a crash, the airbags blow just to prevent a fire happening from the battery. It cuts power going from the hybrid to the rest of the car because you get that thermal runaway and it sets on fire. You can't put it out. We found the fuse, we replaced the fuse, but it still wouldn't start. And we then found out that it's a software inside the battery which almost was crash data on the battery, and you can't reset that. They hadn't even developed the software at Lamborghini to be able to reset the crash data. So even though we replaced the fuse, not even Lamborghini can plug in the car and go reset crash data. The car's good to go. You have to replace the entire battery. And what was the battery? 35. Was it 30? 35.
Which for a hybrid battery on a hypercar, supercar, isn't that expensive.
No, now I'm thinking about it, but it was still 35 grand I didn't need to spend because the battery was completely fine. But it's not just that. It's not just, it was like then 35 grand, we don't know if we can sell it to the public. It's a big battery, or blah, blah, blah. And anyway, we managed to convince them. We got the battery, put it in the car. Still doesn't work because you need the Lamborghini tools to be able to code the battery to the car. We eventually coded the battery to the car. We got it started. I'm like 400 grand in repairs in this car anyway. Like I think it was like 400 and something £1,000, 490 maybe I was in total with the car. And I drove it all through Europe and into Italy. And at not one point I thought, yeah, this is a 500 grand car. You know, I sat in it and it was too, I don't know, like nice. It was too nice. It was really heavy. It didn't want to stop very well because it was so heavy. Yeah, it was quick, but it was too, the steering doesn't feel like it connected to anything. Because it's so heavy, it's like electronic steering. It didn't feel how other Lamborghinis felt a bit crap, like, which is what you're buying it for. And it's two-planted on the motorway. It's quiet. Everything's all touch screen in the middle, which I hated. You're changing the aircon with your
I can't
fingers.
turn the aircon up and down, and I can't turn the radio up and down in one either.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't know how to do
Everything was all touch screen. There's no, like, I just didn't get on with it. I didn't particularly even like the look of it that much. And I thought, for the amount of hassle it's given me, I can't gel with it. And I know as soon as I'm going to park it back at home, it's just going to be parked there and I'm not going to use it. And it's an expensive car. And I see everywhere Revueltos are dropping in price. Revueltos are coming down. Everything's coming down. I was like, now's the time. If I'm going to get rid of it, now's the time to get rid of it.
Right.
And
So you lost a bit on that car?
I lost a lot on that car. I sold it for basically what I bought it for.
Repaired?
Repaired, yeah. Because I could have sold it more. I could have waited. But the thing is with what I do and everything is that I don't want somebody buying a car off me for clicks online or something, because we have this whole thing. It's like, we know if someone posts something online, then people are going to watch it, because as much as people love the come up of what we've done, like from the very start, they love the underdog, and then until the underdog starts being like the big guy on there, and now anyone will find any excuse to try and bring you down. And the worst thing I feel like would happen is that someone would buy the car and then they start tearing it apart or something. Oh, I bought Mat Armstrong's Revuelto. Look at this, look at that. Like, the repair was 100%. I know it was 100%, but these people, when they get the cars, you can doctor anything to make it look like. We know the car was 100% and faultless. I wouldn't have sold it without. So I wanted to sell it to a trader that I knew there's no comeback. I know what it's going to be like. He's a mate, and it's done with. I'd rather have that peace of mind than I sell it to someone for 500 grand and then they're thinking, oh, why has it not got this? Why is there a fault with this? I'm going to put this online and expose you about this, that, and the other. Like, I'd just rather not have
2
that
years
in
later,
mind.
you're getting a phone call because someone's Bluetooth doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know how you
Hi,
do
Matt,
it.
it's Jeff here. I bought that car and you repaired it and the Bluetooth doesn't. Oh, fuck off, Jeff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how you do the customer thing. I just can't.
Look, I have to stand next to every car that we sell, and I do. But obviously our situations are very, very, very different. I didn't build the car.
Yeah.
So when something goes wrong, yes, someone will tell me, and I'm more than happy to help them out. And I supply a car with a warranty and everything if it's out of warranty. But that's one reason why I will not touch a crash damaged car.
Yeah.
Because you never, number one, you get labelled as selling a car that's had accident damage.
Yeah.
So everyone thinks that every car that you have got and sold has accident damage.
Yeah.
So I can't go near that.
Exactly.
Then number two, if you did, and you're responsible for the fixing of the car, you're never, ever, ever going to get left alone.
And it has such a bad name. It has, and it's the bad ones that give it a bad name. Like, the crash damage cars, so many people are like, oh, I wouldn't buy it. It's been in a crash. And when we've took apart these cars, and then as long as you put them back together correctly, they're as good as not crash. Like, it's gonna be the same, but there are bad ones out there, and I can see why, because there's so little margin in it. Like, we could buy let's say a BMW M3, and you find one extra fault that you didn't know about, and then that's your profit margin gone. So I can see why people are going, you know what, let's not put the airbags in, let's just put a resistor in instead. So it thinks it's got airbags, and then off it goes, and then they're making their profit. I can see why people are doing it, but then they're doing it because it's their profit. It's all to do with money, but it's insane that they can live with that, knowing that, like, I could sell a BMW M3 to a family of 4 and they're driving around with no airbags, or an airbag off Alibaba or something like that. It's mental but that's what's given the bad name. So because one car's crash damage, not everyone's repaired badly. It's just there are some bad ones out there, and I think I think my videos have opened eyes to that. Like, okay, this is how the repairs, we're doing it and we're figuring it out ourselves. But then there's a balance between figuring out yourself, bodging it, and then the main dealer doing it. Another thing as well, they think main dealers are godsend of rebuilding these cars as well, when they're doing like exactly the same thing.
They're only humans.
Yeah.
They've only got a spanner the same as you have.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not going back into this mythical room where it just assembles itself. It's not a fucking transformer.
Because no one can see
Do you know
it.
what I mean?
They don't know.
Yeah.
They think it's a magic trick. But we've had all the main dealer techs are watching our videos, and we're speaking to them, and they love the videos. We took the cars to like Aston Martin, and the guys are, oh, your videos are brilliant. We never knew that like this was off a Renault and this was off like a Jaguar or anything like that, because all they do is if something's broken, they look on the parts list and order it, and it's there it is. It's done. Like, so they love it the same way. So we're all human. Everyone's gone to work on a car. No, because one technician's got a document which says he's been to university, it doesn't make him any better at working on a car than somebody who's worked on one his entire life. It makes no different at all.
And made mistakes and done it wrong.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
learned that's not the way you do it. So the next time you do it right.
Yeah.
So it's experience, isn't it?
People see the supercars, but they don't see the money and investing decisions behind owning them, because traditional education is broken and school taught you how to be a slave, not a money master. And that's why over 2 decades I built a brand new money school. Money.School Gold is my global financial education platform to help you make, manage and multiply more money. The gold level is for people who want to hit 7, then 8, then 9 figures in income and invest for the greatest return and build generational wealth. There are literally dozens of hours of more advanced courses, resources and masterclasses to help you scale your business, invest in property stocks, gold, silver, assets and watches, and of course, cars. So join this exclusive community and global school of other entrepreneurs at money.school/gold. And you can cancel anytime, no ongoing contract, and at just over £1 a day, it's 99.9% less than traditional education. And your kids get free membership. Money.school/gold.
Do you ever get any manufacturers or like dealerships from manufacturers call you for advice?
Yeah. We do. Yeah.
Who?
I don't think I can say.
You like that question, didn't you?
Yeah.
I've driven all the way from fucking don't know where to be here today. I'm not. Yeah.
I don't think I can say.
You've got a name drop as part of the show.
No, there's been
He's nodding his head.
there's been a few, but yeah, I definitely can't say, because I like the brand. So I don't like.
Well, we know what that is.
Lamborghini.
Well, yeah, it's that or
Well,
Porsche.
it's funny you say
isn't it? It's
Lamborghini.
that or
I don't
Porsche.
necessarily like that brand. That's the funny thing is, Lamborghini is. I don't know. Now I'm going to cause loads of headaches with Lamborghini, but Lamborghini. Everything that we've had with them has been a nightmare, but I love the car. I love the car, but Lamborghini stuff has been a nightmare.
Do you mean with the SVJ or just any Lambo?
Any Lambo, it's been all protected and undercovers, and I feel like it's Lamborghini are like, if Ferrari are not doing it, Lamborghini are not doing it. If Ferrari would do it, Lamborghini are going to do it, or vice versa. So if we're working with an influencer or like a content creator or something like that, Lamborghini don't do it, so Ferrari are not going to do it. Or Lamborghini have opened their factory for influencers to go around and film it. Ferrari's doing it now. Like, and it's we got. Okay, so say a Lamborghini, someone high up a Lamborghini says that basically they're not going to work on our car if we film certain things on it or whatever. And if we put the video, if we do that, they're not going to work on the Revuelto. It's when we're trying to get the Revuelto started and running. And they said they're not going to work on it. I said, okay, if you're not going to work on it, like you said earlier with the Bugatti, it's a win-win for us, because if you're not going to work on it, a video goes out, Lamborghini refusing to work on my Lamborghini. We were going to go down to Italy, we're going to have the car parked outside, they can't work it, blah, blah, blah. So either way, it's a win-win situation for us, and that's the thing that they don't understand. So either play with us and it can be good for both of us, or it's going to go wrong. Like, I think it's only going to take one brand to reach out and go, you know what, I love what this guy's doing, let's be part of it. And then all of them will join forces and go together. We've had Porsche do the same thing. I was trying to buy a Manti kit for the GT3 RS for ages, and they wouldn't sell me it because it was going on a crash-damaged car. And then we had to pressure them so much to the point.
I guarantee there's some Manti kits on crash-damaged cars.
They're all crash-damaged.
They're all fucking crash-damaged.
Who doesn't track a Porsche? Who does not have a knock in a Porsche? It's what they're built for. But ours is visually crash-damaged. Didn't want it going on a crash-damaged car. Eventually, we got somewhere with them where we had to have it inspected. Okay, repair's good. Manti kit can go on. But they didn't really want much to do with it. Video goes out. Phone call. Porsche. Video's brilliant. How can we be a part of it? Too late. Like, you know, like it's too late. Like, when are the brands going to step forward and then go, you know what? Let's say with this, Bugatti call me tomorrow. The dream scenario. Bugatti call me tomorrow. You're right, Matt. We love what you're doing. We want you to work on the car because we know that's your whole situation. We'll supply the parts for you. We'll give you the workshop procedure. And if you like, say good words about Bugatti or go to the factory and film around there and like we'll help you along the way, I think it's going to look amazing for their brand. Like, it's going to, my audience is going to love that. Like, they're going to see so much more Bugatti that they would never have seen, and then seeing the brand help out someone they watch every single week is going to help them. Yes, not every single one of my audience is going to buy a Bugatti, but word gets around, and like, I probably would have watched a Bugatti video years ago, never thinking I'd own one, and my mind had been completely changed from one video I've watched of a guy rebuilding it. When are the brands going to take that step? But I do think it's at the minute, the CEOs and the top guys at the brand are old geezers who don't know what YouTube is. But once...
But do you know why? It's plain as day for me. Like, I can't believe you can't see it.
Why is that?
It's because I know you're saying you don't want to use the I will fix your car as a business.
Yes.
But they don't know that.
Yeah.
So that they are protecting themselves, I think, from being like, we're charging someone 100 grand to fix their car.
Yes.
Matt knows how to do it as good as any of our technicians, and he's going to do it for 20 grand.
Yeah, I think
in a way, they've got to kind of warn against the way you do it to protect the value of what they charge.
I think that's the issue we had with Porsche. It was a similar situation with if something gets damaged and a car goes to Porsche, it has a Porsche approved repair. If I repaired a car and then what we wanted to do is repair the car, take it to Porsche, and then it passes that Porsche approved repair pass, that doesn't say much about the Porsche approved repair. Because if I can do it in a workshop in Leicester, then why can't somebody else do it down the road? Like, so it's got, I understand, it's got to be something that's
got to be the only reason
they
why.
control. That's the only reason I can think.
You're so big and so influential on many platforms that as a brand you'd be stupid to not get behind you, in my opinion.
I think so. I think so. I just think, we're not out there to cause harm or chaos. Like, I just want to...
harm, maybe not. Chaos, maybe.
Yeah, but I just... It started off me just want to rebuild cars and put them back on the road, and it's still that. But the added little bits and dramas on the side of it have become extra things. But little... Like, again, when we went to the Marcus Rashford car, the Rolls Royce, we could not get Marcus on camera. It's not even a word from him. Okay, it's probably good for him that he didn't do that, because he wants to stay away from it and like just completely step away from this crash. But we do think if he just come on camera and had a bit of a laugh and a joke about it would have posted him in such a good
Well, everyone
light.
knows it was his car now.
Yeah, just had everyone knew it was his car, and then because he's not spoken out or helped anything, then or come on our videos about it or spoke about it, people only get one perception of it, and that's whatever they've built in their mind of what Rashford thinks of this crash. But if you come on camera and just had a bit of a laugh, oh yeah, left training and I put my foot down and I've had a night.
Well, you know, the details of the crash weren't to be proud of.
No.
You know,
and we've heard...
What were the details of the crash?
Apparently, so a tabloid said, so I wasn't there, so I don't know, but a tabloid said that there was basically a traffic jam going on the way of the road that he was on, and he went on the other side of the road to overtake the traffic jam and just crashed hit a roundabout or whatever.
It crashed into like an older woman car, I think it was. But
I mean, if you're his like publicist,
yeah,
you're saying do not comment on this at all.
Yeah,
Do not go on Mat Armstrong's channel.
That's another thing. Like it's like the car's gone to the worst person. Like, the car's gone to
Fuck this! You should have just burnt it on the road.
We've heard stories that like at the time it was like international like work for the England lads, and like Rashford was in there, and some of the lads are saying that is being wound up by the players because obviously the videos have gone out and they know Marcus loves his cars and everything, and then they're all calling him a crap driver because of all this stuff. So like it was like, oh, that's quality. But the fact that like he's even watched the videos is just it makes it fun. But
Maybe if someone would have careered into the side of him and they would have been at fault, he would have come on your channel maybe and said, I'm in the car, I shit myself, someone come into the side of me doing 50 miles an hour, like, you know, it really panicked me, but I hope you get it back on the road, whatever.
I think the beauty of YouTube is just no filter or anything like that. You know, you go on TV, there's like this filter, that filter, they can control what's being on. Like, I've got full control. If he comes on and says anything on my camera, I've got full control of that. So I think that these like big names don't want that going out there. But I understand it. I understand it in a way. But that's why there's more viewers now on YouTube than there is people watching TV.
I don't watch TV.
No, TV.
I don't watch TV at all. I just watch you on YouTube.
That's literally it.
Fucking Labour!
Keir Starmer, the wank.
Yeah, I think that's the way it's going. But because YouTube's real and it's real time, it's not filmed last year and then put out next year. And I think that's the way it's going.